Hi guys, so welcome back. So I think this video is going to be a bit like vloggy of just like doing bits and bobs, me doing. I feel like I've got quite a lot of like planty stuff I need to get done, and I thought I'd just bring you along like throughout this week. I'm maybe planning on going to a garden centre at the weekend. Just have a wander around, probably bring you along to that. Maybe do a bit of repotting. I've got some plants that I noticed during my move really need repotting. And yeah, I just thought I would bring you all along, show you what I'm doing. It is currently like, the week has already begun. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, but I do have some watering to do this morning, and I might just chat with you while I am doing my watering. So I feel like I'm not yet like in a routine in this new house. Like in the old one, I had like my routines in the morning where I'd like, obviously in the week, I have a full-time job, I work. So I work from home, which is really helpful. Like I'll wake up in the morning, like I'll get up, get ready, and I'm very much like early bird now. I get up quite early. Like although I start work at 9, I'll be ready by like 7 sometimes, and I'll just like pot around doing planting things, which is why I film most of my videos in the morning, because I've got like a few hours to kind of do bits and bobs and like chores. I do laundry, all that kind of stuff. But this is like the first week where I'm back to work for like the whole week. Last week I went back to work, but I was only in 3 days because we had a long bank holiday because of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. So Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I was actually up in Manchester, so it's a couple of hours away. I stay up there every now and then. That's where our offices are based, see the team and whatnot. So last week I wasn't really here, and then the end of the week it was my friend's birthday, so I went back down to Bristol, and we all went out, which was nice. I've not seen them in a hot minute, so that was really nice. But I didn't really get anything done, like plant-wise. I'm not gonna lie, my plants have kind of just been pushed to the side. I've been watering them when they need watering, but that's pretty much it. So I feel like this week I might go around and give them some TLC. Like at the weekend I might do a bit of repotting and stuff like that, and I might show you a few planting updates as I go along, because I've got quite a few that are doing quite well and I'm pretty chuffed about. So while we are here, I will show you a little planting update that I've got. If you watch my videos already, you will know like probably like 5 months ago now or something stupid, I propagated my Ficus elastica, the variegated one. I just like chopped the top off of it, hoping that it would put out loads of new branches to make it really nice and bushy. And I was going to plant that propagations in the same pot. It only put out 1 branch, so it's not bushy at all, but I'm still going to plant the other one in. So it does make it a bit more fuller and bushier, but that plant, like that I propagated, just didn't put out roots for so long. And I noticed the other day, it's putting out a root. Can you see these roots? So I'm really excited about this. It's so droopy looking. I think where it just wasn't rooting and taking up any water, but the new growth will grow back in like more upright and a bit nicer. But oh my god, I'm so honestly thought this was not going to root for a minute. And it is, and it looks like it's putting out a lot of new roots, which is great. Okay, we are back for another day of plant chores. I was going to actually do some repotting, but I've realised I don't actually have any pots to pot things up in. For some reason I thought I still had a load of like pots to put things in, but I don't, so that's fine. I'll have to get some more. And the other thing I did need to do was mostly just putting up propagations back into pots. So I've got this Ficus elastica, which you would have seen that I chopped at the top in hope that it would push out multiple new vines and be nice and bushy, but it only pushed out one, so it didn't really go to plan. But I do have the propagation in here, which has rooted up really nicely now, so I'm going to put it back up into this pot. So this is the prop, and the roots are looking really good on it. If you watch my videos, you would have seen that I was a bit worried about this one. It didn't look like it was going to root, but it did. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the roots. They look really nice. And I did want to just pot it up into the same pot as the mother plant, just because I want a really nice big full bushy one of these. I've kind of got the hang of the care now, which I didn't really have down to a T, you know, for a while, but now I do. So okay, and the other one I have got is this, oh my god, what are you? Monstera adansonii, which has got a few dead leaves on it. Just take this off. So I took some propagations a while ago from this plant just to make it a bit more full. So I'm going to pop these back in. All of these new growth here, and this is all from when I propagated it. I activated new nodes on the top, which is really cool. Like, these two stems are brand new. And these are the props. And the same again, I think I'm just going to pop them back in the top. This one has not rooted, so that can stay in the water. These are the roots. Okay, one more thing. I have this Monstera standoliana, and like, just look at that. Let me bring it closer. It's just, I bought it, loved it, and thought to myself, okay, I really need to get like a round wooden stake for it, and it's just, that was probably nearly a year ago now, maybe a little bit less, and I obviously still haven't got one, but it's growing and gone really gangly and just not it, really, is it? So I think I'm gonna chop these back a little bit, at least the ones with the really little leaves. And at the moment I'm just gonna let it kind of climb up here, and then I might get a pole for it in the next week or so, and then yes, we'll see from there. So I'm just gonna start chopping. And I am gonna propagate these. Yeah, I will prop these, and then I'll just either like give them away on Facebook Marketplace or sell them or something. I think these ones might actually be okay. Is there any other vines in here? This plant I love. The variegation is gorgeous. But the leaves are getting quite small, and I don't want them to be small, hence why I want them to start climbing again. So for right now, I am just going to have it like this. Okay, so this is how it's looking. I think this is the chopped vine here. And we've got one that I've taped to this for now, and then the other one is kind of looped in. And then down here we've got the little cuttings. This is what they look like. That one's got a nice bit of variegation on it. So these I'll probably put in water, and then just the node ones will go in probably some moss in a little pot. We'll see. I really want the leaves to get back to like this, because that is what I love about this plant. Like, that leaf is beautiful. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'm going to get a pole for this to climb up, like a round one, because these do really love to climb, and then hopefully we'll have this as a nice beautiful plant, because I'm not gonna lie, I really have neglected this. Okay, another thing I need to do is sort out this prop box. It is disgusting. I've got loads of props that need to be potted up as well. So this is what it looks like. It's disgusting. I think what I'm going to do is literally dump out everything that's in here, because all the props in here are either like dead or just no. So I'm going to dump out all the props. I'm going to boil the perlite, and then I'm going to redo this whole box. So I'm just going to go and dump out all of these old props. And the reason you want to boil up all of the perlite before you use it again is just to kind of sanitize it and make sure that there's no nasties in it anymore, because right now there's a lot of like moldy stuff and I'm pretty sure there might be some pests in here. So you want to kind of eliminate all of that, and by boiling it, that's kind of the best way to do it. Okay, so I've cleaned up my tub. The perlite is boiling away. And I think for this one, I'm gonna add moss and perlite kind of mixed together. I do like perlite in prop boxes because the props are easier to kind of get out of the perlite, but I've got a thing for Stagnum at the moment. I just feel like everything propagates so well in Stagnum. So I'm going to do a mix, just so, kind of in hopes that it won't be too like sticky, like it won't stick to the moss as much. So I am just using my perlite straight out of the bag right now because I really need to get this done quickly, and once this has kind of boiled, sanitized itself and then cooled down, I'll add it back. I'll let it dry out in the sun and cool down, and I will add it back like into the box, into the bag with all of the perlite. So I will be reusing that. So you can see in this little jar I've got perlite and moss. I'm gonna mix some water in with this now. Okay, so this is the prop box. I've got some skin dapses here. I have propped this because my plant I have got is just kind of putting out really small leaves, so I've chopped it back in hopes that the leaves will come back a little bit bigger, because I've just repotted it and it seems a lot happier. So I'm just going to prop all of these. And I've got some node propagations of the same. And then I've got some Monstera standardliana cuttings, which you saw me propagate earlier in this video. I was going to put these ones all in some water, like the ones with leaves on, and just the node propagations in here, but I think I'm just going to put both just because I want these to root up fairly fast, just so I can get them rooted up and potted back into the same plant, or just sell them or something. So that always works best. Like I just feel things like propagate faster in prop boxes, so I'm just going to pop them all in the prop box, I think. Okay, so this is how the prop box is looking. I've got my Syngonium and then my Monstera Standardlianas in here. It's quite packed, but that's fine. I don't really think I'm going to be propagating anything else soon, so I can just kind of leave these and then put some more stuff in once they are rooted up. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of water over this just to make sure it's nice and damp in there and stays nice and humid, and then I will pop this on my shelf and wait for them to root. Another day, another plant chore. I'm pretty sure it's been like a couple of days, and this week of plant chores is becoming like 2 weeks or something. But I went to the garden centre today and bought a load of nursery pots. I bought some clear orchid pots as well because I do like those. They were the biggest sizes they had. They're like one up from what I've already got, which is good as well. But I do have a few things that I need to pot up. Like I said the other day, we have got this guy on the pole to pot up, so let's see what would be the best size. I think it's going to be one of these. It's a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger. Do I go big? Don't know if I should go big. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So these are the two options. I mean, that's a little bit bigger, but I don't think enough bigger. I'm not sure. I'll see what the root situation's like. If it's not too bad, I'll do it in this one. If it's really bad, I'll do it in this one. I think this might be quite bad in the root department just because it's drying out really fast. It's not actually too bad. It does need repotting, but it's not terrible. So maybe... Oh yeah, that'll be enough room. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I see what the problem actually might have been. I thought it was just drying out way too fast and wasn't looking very happy, but it looks like it's had root rot and has recovered itself kind of thing. Because there's some really, really healthy roots in here and some not so healthy. I think at one point it might have dried out way too much, and then when I watered it, it's rotted. But that is fine. I'm going to try and get as much of this soil off as I can. Which I think I will kind of reuse because it still looks quite good. I'll just mix some more of my new potting mix in with it. Okay, so this is how she's looking. She is looking good. I'm debating whether, because all of the vines were attached and they kind of unattached in the move, and I'm thinking of maybe moving them all around to like one side, because obviously the other side's always pressed up against a wall. So I might do that now. If I got any tape in here. So I'm just going to take all of the tape off that's kind of holding it on there at the moment. I'm just going to take all of that off. So as you can see, like this side is really bare, but there are still, because obviously from here all the way up to here there's no leaves. I'm going to just kind of tweak it around so it goes more like this, I think. Just so the front's more bushy. And obviously then the whole plant will get more light and it will just, these vines will grow better as well. That looks so much better and so much more full. I'm gonna add another piece of tape on the top so that hopefully they start attaching. Okay, so this looks so much better. I'm so much more happy with it. And the back kind of looks like this. I mean, these leaves will end up turning to the other way to face the kind of sunlight, so that's fine. Okay, and the other thing I need to repot is this guy. Because I noticed the other day when I was watering him that all of the roots coming out the bottom. And they're going a bit mushy when they're coming out, and I think they've just been sat in water. So there are a lot of roots on that as well, so no wonder it needed repotting. What should I repot it in? Okay, so that's that guy.